Today, we shall listen to a story from Nigeria. Like many African folk tales, this one focuses on animals, specifically birds, and its prey. This story is called as the hawk's prey. Many years back, there was a king who not only ruled people but even animals and birds happily served the king. The hawk was one of the best subjects that the king had. The hawk flew very fast and it delivered messages for the king, and it was always faithful to the king. As the hawk grew old, the king called it. Now that you're growing old, I think it is time you choose a kind of animal that you should be easily hunt for the rest of your life, even in your old age. So choose any animal as your prey and choose wisely. The hawk understood the king's words and it flew everywhere trying to find its prey. Soon the hawk found a little owl and brought it to the king. The hawk told the king that it wanted the owl as its prey. The king had no problems with this. After this, the hawk took the owl and showed the bird to its friends. This is the animal that I have decided to have as my prey. The hawk's friends were suddenly curious. What did the parents of the owl do when you picked up this little owl? The hawk thought for some time. They did nothing. They were silent and they just watched me when I took the little owl. Suddenly the friends of the hawk looked terribly afraid. Put the owl back in the nest and choose some other animal as your prey. Tell the king that this is not the prey that you wish. I am sure that the king would understand and he would let you choose some other animal. The hawk did not understand the nervousness of its friends, but it decided to follow their advice. The hawk decided to fly around to find another prey. However, the other animals and birds had gotten smart by this time. They realized that the hawk was looking for a prey and they stayed hidden, away from the sight of the hawk. At last, the hawk found a little hen in a farm and picked up a little chicken. The other hens all squawked loudly and tried to chase the hawk away. The rooster came running after the hawk too, but the hawk flew off with the chicken in its mouth. This time, the hawk took the chicken and showed it to its friends first. This is the animal that I have picked to be my prey for the rest of my life. What do you think? The hawk's friends had the same question. What did the other animals around this little bird do when you picked it up? The hawk shrugged. They were furious and they angrily squawked at me. The friends seemed very relieved. This is very good for you. Keep this little chicken as the prey for you for the rest of your life. The hawk was confused. Why did you not want me to have the owl as my prey? The parents of the owl were quiet and they did not do anything. It makes sense for me to pick an animal like that. The friend wisely shook his head. The hen and the rooster only shouted and threatened you and tried to chase you away. They knew they could not stop you. The ones you have to fear are the silent ones. They sit and watch, but they do not retaliate immediately. And when you are resting or when you are down, they will hurt you. The owl will wake up at night and it will hunt you down when you are sleeping. So, it is wise not to choose its little one as a prey. The hawk thanked its friends for its advice and went away. Since that day, the hawk's prey has always been the little chicken. And there ends this folktale from Africa. While the folktale is general and explains about animals and birds in Africa and otherwise also, simple issue that the story does address is about human psychology and something that we have to think about. I hope you enjoyed the story.